Alright, what's up y'all, it's LakerFan here. As you can see by the title of today's video, Slasher plus Stretch Big on 2v2 is an unbeatable duo in NBA 2K25. So as you can see, this is my 2v2 Proving Grounds record right here. We are 46-6, and I've played with the exact same teammate. It's actually my IRL, for that matter, Tanner, who's on the Stretch Big. So let's get straight into the video. I hope you enjoy. If you do, feel free to drop a like, sub if you're new, turn on noties, all good stuff, and like always, try to win 2,000 likes. So as you can see, we got me on the two-way rim attacker right here. If you guys want to know the Slasher build, I've had a build video on the channel, obviously multiple times. And then Tanner is actually on the exact build that I showcased before the game came out when I had the early access to 2K25. Shout out to 2K for that. But yeah, he's on the exact build that I showcased of the #1 Stretch Big. So it's like a 6'11 with good shooting. It's got like 94 mid-range, all that. As you can see, what I'm loving about the 2v2 Proving Grounds is that it's truly skill-based matchmaking. Gives you like people that are, you know, red nameplates all over that completely, and really good matchups in terms of like the comp you're gonna run into. So right here you can see we're playing against like a true inside center for the most part. He's got really weak three-pointer, but it's still like somewhat hittable, but definitely not the level of like, you know, something crazy that's gonna stand out. And then we also have an outside point guard right here that has really good defense as well. So it's gonna be a tough matchup in those terms. I think the toughest matchups that we've ran into, and what I'd like to think are gonna give us the most problems, are probably like 6-7 point guards that can just kind of get ugly buckets to like get some baskets, and then it also gives me a little bit of problem in terms of getting open. But you're gonna see on display in today's video our defense and offense really just being on point, man. So like Tanner on that 6'11 is definitely versatile enough to play some really good defense on outside PGs as well. As you can see, shot contest in this game can be tough. Like we just get hit with the midi fade right there while I'm pretty close to it for that matter. I don't think something like that's gonna be something I'm too worried about in terms of a game flow though. Like I don't really think a midi fade like is gonna be a consistent thing that's gonna beat us. And as you can see, the thing is that when you play like this, it is very difficult to consistently make all the shots that you need to, or to be there for the rebounds, because it's very like deep pick and roll for that matter. The way we play, however, is very matchup hunting oriented off the inbound, and as you're gonna see, I'm forcing the point guard to stay on me off the inbound, and you're gonna see the big man is gonna try and rotate down, but he's too slow to get there. I even anticipated that they would be trying to switch that because of just, you know, the prior play. So now we're looking at some free points right here. You can see once again, big man's trying to rotate down. I'm watching Tanner on that hash, making sure that if he rotates down too early, I'd be able to dot him, or to watch the point guard if he stays at home on me too long, to be able to just like, you know, once again dot Tanner, because I'm gonna be able to just take advantage of that. So right here you can see big man sinking down a little bit. We're on the cut, and now we're just forcing the big to drop a little bit. Once again, Tanner is living in that mid-range a lot right here. These are efficient buckets on this game, and that's what I was trying to talk to you guys about, the comparison between this and the pick and roll. What these guys right here are really trying to play against is probably another point guard and center, where when you can matchup hunt a little bit and the point guard comes off the screen, the center would have to step. When the center has to step, the point guard gets a free shot because then his center has a guard on him for the rebound opportunity. Whereas we have that exact same mismatch right here already. Like as you can see, getting it off the inbound right there, boom, dotting this because the big man wants to guard me and the guard wants to guard Tanner. So boom, we get it to him before they could possibly even get that switch off. And also, Tanner's build can shoot over point guards so good. Like when he gets those catch and shoots right there, it's big time. Now right here, they do get the switch off pretty cleanly. I still go for the dunk. The big man didn't jump. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, that was a pretty good switch by them. Now, it's not the end of the world if they get the switch off. We will go into like a pick and roll with it, and it'll still be good ball from there. Right here, you can see big man just backing off. Now, obviously, yeah, Tanner missed that, and then they get a really weird checkup right there that actually somehow counted. You can see he's emoting too, because we both thought that that was a checkup that didn't reach it. Like, I thought for sure that was a mid-range, but anyway, it is what it is. The L ball, but hey, it's fine, it's fine. Anyway, so right there, I'm cutting off his right. Now I'm cutting off his left. I'm trying to ice off the screen side and really take things away. But now you can see I call out that I'm probably going to get beat. So boom, we rotate him up, and now I'm on the big man. And yes, I can still like guard this stuff. As you can see, he misses the meter dunk, and my build's like 6'8", also really tough spacing right there. So now we got to have him move around and actually get open. And like I said, we're going to need him to be able to take advantage of that point guard when the switch actually happens on him. Right there, he's kind of jumping out, so we get a nice little alley-oop opportunity. Obviously, great lob, because if I were to have got that ball and had to hold X, it would make it a really risky opportunity at trying to go up on the big man. So right here, like I was telling him, the big man wants to leave really bad. You can see right here, boom, we got him in the mid-range again. I'm actually able to nudge my way down for the box out opportunity as well. So even if he does miss, I'm still in contention on the rebound in a one-on-one like that. right here, again, trying to keep the switch. He doesn't really maneuver the right way on the inbound, but it is okay. Obviously, at this last take, we're trying to just go at the big man right here. Not exactly our best looks, though. I'm not gonna lie. It is kind of tough to ISO the bigs on a build like this. I am a lot more of a glass cleaner and lockdown on this court, just so y'all know. But right here, I mean, hey, that's being put into action, as you can see. Glass cleaner in the building. I even would have had a really good opportunity at that board as well. So now, Tanner's got that marksman takeover. I forget what exactly it's called, but marksman is the ability for it. And as you can see, trying to keep that switch. Boom, the big man's dropping too much. They get a reach and foul. Obviously, Tanner was wide open right there. And like I was telling y'all, what the main outlook is for when we play like this is just efficient buckets. We want mid-range and we want wide open three-pointers. Right here, you can see he's sagging off. I get a rebound opportunity on the guard, and this is where things really get to killing. So when this is the outlook right here of the defense, where they have to keep him on the center long enough, aka the stretch big, and then he has to end up getting a shot contest. This is where I get one-on-ones with point guards in the rebound contention. Then half the time off of this, the center will also crash down off the rebound. I know he didn't right here, but a lot of times what will happen is I get the board, center tries to crash the board late, and then Tanner just ends up wide open for another catch and shoot while I'm already down in position for the board. So long story short, this is everything a pick and roll team wants to hunt. It's just they don't have the matchup switch right away. When pick and roll teams play, this is the type of matchups they want, where they get the shooter on the big man and then the big man, aka me, on the guard. But we already have that off rip because I'm a small forward and he's a power forward. So I'm at the 1 and he's at the 2. So as far as the shooting ground, the proving grounds rep up right here, you're gonna see we go up by like 5-6%, something like that. So that was a pretty good matchup because we were going up slower than that for a lot of other teams. Like we were going up 3 or 4% per game. And I gotta say, if you guys do plan to play 2v2 proving grounds, this is a tough place to rep up, man. I'm not gonna lie. L's give you like -8 and then wins give you like +4 or 5 maybe. So it is tough to keep up with that sometimes. But anyway, let's get to the second gameplay. Also, in case you guys didn't know, I'm pairing with NBA 2K Labs again this year. So you can use my code Laker at checkout for 20% off of any subscription link that you decide to go for. Obviously, what you're going to find on here is going to be really useful information that we're showing all across the whole screen right now, but mainly to be talked about is obviously the jump shot data. So the guys are cool enough to let me show you the information from the 2K24 premium jumper data. If you want the access to the 25 year, you'd obviously have to subscribe to their premium and, you know, using my code as well if you would like. But as you can see, like we have them sorted by speed right here. You can sort by every one of these different individual categories right here between the fastest millisecond jump shots. You can sort that by your individual height between the guards, wings, and bigs. You can sort by speed, green window, the early, middle, and late end of the green window as well, and then the total accumulation of all of that. And I mean, that's how I came to the conclusion that Terrence Mann was a really good base last year, combining all that information. Crazy stuff. So again, to be able to find something like this in 25, you would be able to just sign up for the premium. So what you're gonna do when you're ready to sign up, you would just come over here and click register with whatever length of subscription you'd like to go for. After you hit register, it'll ask you to put in a promo code. You just put in Laker when you hit apply coupon right here, and boom, you're looking good. With code Laker, you're gonna get 20% off your subscription. If you guys would like to help me out, I get a percentage based off your initial purchase only. So a recurring bill, like if you get a 1-month subscription, I only get the 1 month that you sign up for initially, and then anything past that I don't. So if you do plan to go for like a 3 or a 6 or even a year-long subscription, feel free to just, you know, do that if you want to support me. But I understand not everybody wants to go for that, so it's all good if you don't. Anyway, appreciate you guys for watching. Let's get back to the video. All right, and honestly, I was going to show you guys just a purely defensive game, but at the same time, that just means it's like one of our terrible offensive games and we just have to get the ball back a couple of times. So I think what's more important is getting the stops when we just naturally do lose the ball. So this game right here, a couple of red nameplates. Obviously, the point guard is only on 92 overall, so take this with a little bit of grain of salt. And this is our more updated gameplay of me and Tanner actually playing recently. So these are our like new kind of upper rank matchups, if you will. So like these dudes will definitely be moving pretty solid for the most part. But anyway, he's hitting the snatch back. We're on him really tight. We're not letting them get the switches or anything like that. As you can see, you know, I do get bodied right there, but this is where Tanner's stepping out and me being able to guard the bigs is going to come into play as well. So now 3 seconds left. We're going to let that shot happen. We got to focus the rebound when that shot clock is so low, and obviously, you know, he's over dribbled and stuff like that. His stamina might be cooked right there. Wide open shot plus good rebounding position. So it's everything we're looking for entirely. As far as my max plus ones, you can see Dimer lighting up too. So I do run Dimer for Tanner's sake. instead of like something like Brick Wall or one of my other tier 2 badges and stuff like that. And then I also run Rebound Chaser in tier 1 rather than Posterizer, because I think it is more important for me to play like a Glass Cleaner in this lineup and actually be able to, you know, get these rebounds on shots like this, you know, Hoff Chaser, and it just like, and then Tanner's gonna be shooting over the point guard. I'm still down there for boards. I mean, hey man, this is a tough lineup to deal with, and people gotta be aware of that. I haven't seen anybody run this yet. Why? Because no one does the slasher stuff, bro. Nobody ever freaking plays this way. So for those of you out there on YouTube, however, who I know, like my community is the people who actually try and run lineups like this, way more compared to the rest of the community just in general. And look at this, Tanner going in for the dunk with like 60 dunk, but it works out, man. And even if he missed it, it would have been my rebound probably. But for those who do run lineups like this or want to run lineups like this is what I'm making the video for. I want you guys to be able to be aware of how we do this, and for you to be able to, you know, replicate or emulate this as well as possible. Like right here, big man's dropping, point guard can shoot overheads on that. He does still get an open, and like I said, I'm there for rebound contention very often. Tanner actually gets kind of wavy with the zigzagging back and forth on stuff like this. Like, look at this. However, he gets the slow fade, so once again, I'm there for board, boom, crash it, easy, put back, dunk. This wasn't exactly the best shooting game from Tanner, but honestly, that's how this usually is. He's a little bit of a volume shooter, and I end up just either getting rebounds for good opportunities on stuff like this, or the pass backs to him for another wide open mid-range or three-pointer. So on this next play, you're going to see me go in and try and take advantage of the early switch. Like you can see, the point guard tries to get out of here, and the center tries to come down. I just go with the layup. Obviously, I'm trying the dunk, but that still works out in our favor. And again, it's just in anticipation of them trying to get the switch off. Right here, Tanner decks it out to the side, wide open mid-range, and unfortunately, those are the ones where we will have a tougher time. But hey, like I said, those are consistent shots in comparison to what a lot of these point guards are going to be able to get. These dudes are expected to really like maneuver and get open. They lose a lot of stamina, a lot of adrenaline, and then they even have to still deal with the matchup switching ability, and you have to rely on a low three-point, low mid-range build with the poppers to be able to shoot consistently. So not only do we get efficient buckets off me, but Tanner obviously having a 94 mid-range and an 86 three-pointer can be really nice. You can see that hop jumper he hits right there. Hey man, I told you guys, he's able to move a little bit on this build. And it's even more than that. The left stick kind of zigzag movement is actually pretty good in this game. Right there, you can see they try and switch it. I go with the meter so we don't get ripped out of that, and I make sure I can get a dunk rather than a layup. Obviously, the layup is going to be a lot easier to blow up as a defender, but then you can see we just got him dexing over the mid-range. Once again, wide open midi. Center doesn't want to guard him. He wants to sit low to guard me. And then obviously right here, the guard can't get over to Tanner quick enough. Like, this dude cannot move until the inbound has been thrown. So this defender can't go anywhere until I've passed the ball. And then the fact that he can go somewhere, the center should be way up tight on him. And then if they really wanted to do it, he would be able to leave as soon as this guy is actually able to like contest Tanner's shot. But I mean, hey, some people really do screw this up, fellas. It's a really easy way to get free wins as long as you are smart enough to control the matchup switching. I think a lot of what this lineup is more IQ than anything, to be honest with you. I don't think there's a lot of stick skill involved from my end, besides if you want to talk about being a rebounder or a defender. And I will say, I would like to think me and Tanner have a lot of chemistry. I mean, we're literally like IRL friends, bro. Like, I've known him since he was like 10 years old, bro. But anyway, like I said, it's really good team chemistry as far as defensive stuff goes. Me and him have played 2K since like 2K15. Just haven't been on YouTube too much, you know, obviously. But hey, I'd like to think of all my IRLs, Tanner is the most comp 100%. And I mean, hey, we're out here at number 150 in the ranks. We actually were number 100 and 101. I should have got a screenshot of it, but we took an L on our very last game and went down. And then obviously time has passed, so people have passed us. So we'll be playing today as well. But anyway, this is a fun twos duo. And for the next video you see of this duo right here, it's going to be this game. And I don't want to show it just yet because it's going to be its own individual video. I promise there'll be a reason for it. But as you can see, this is going to be a post score and a lockdown combo together. This is a nasty, nasty duo. It's probably our biggest kryptonite as far as what's supposed to be able to stop us. So right here you can see they have a pure lock, an 83 three-pointer with 98 steal, 98 prim D, and 87 agility, paired with a post scorer as well at the 2 with 96 close shot, 95 strength, 93 post control, and he even has blocks, so he's a good matchup for me if he's able to switch on to me. So this is the video we're showcasing next. It's actually going to be 2 games against the exact same guys. So stay tuned for that one. I don't know exactly when we're going to post that, but it definitely will be within the next couple of days. And if you want to see more of the 2v2 stuff, feel free to let me know. I might even be able to mix in live comms on this if you want as well. But I think most people probably want the post comms, but just let me know if you would prefer the live. on stuff like this. But anyway, shout out to Tanner. I think he might be starting at YouTube at some point in time too. I'm not exactly sure. I remember he told me about that in the summer, but haven't heard about it too much since. But if he is, I will let you guys know that, because I think he's a great personality for this YouTube stuff as well, and I think he'd have a great time on here. But anyway, if you guys want to see the build videos, like I said, both of these are on the channel right now. It's my official slasher build, and then this one is the #1 stretch big in 2K25 for Tanner's build. So I'd like to think he can guard the interior, the perimeter, pretty freaking good. And then I obviously am the lockdown of the lineup, so he's a lot more of the offense. But hey, I'd like to think this lineup, considering we're 46-6 in the Proving Grounds 2s, has been really good, man. So anyway, soft video. Hope y'all enjoyed. If you did make it to the end of the video and you want to show support, put stretch or put slash in the comments. So support my way through. And then let's also try and get this video to 2,000 likes. Anyway, that's off vid. Hope y'all enjoyed. None of that. Take it easy, man. Peace.